Greetings, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is the high priest, L.D. Smith, the watchman on the wall.
And my name is V.C.E. Smith, and I am the rib of the high priest over the whole house of
Sons
Israel.
and daughters of Zion. It is our Sabbath.
Yes,
Grab that King James.
Yes, indeed.
But first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to the whole family. Happy Sabbath, Israel. Now, that being said, we're going to go forward into our teaching.
Yep.
My brothers and sisters, now we got a fine teaching as always now. You guys know how we do it here. We ask you guys to read along. Think about the words that are coming out of your mouth.
That's right.
Listen to yourself.
Reading it for yourself.
And we know that
if you are Hebrew,
Most High will give you a clear understanding. That being said, my brothers and sisters, no more delays. We're going to go right into our teaching now. All right, now we're going to be coming from the book of Isaiah tonight, and we're going to be dealing with several different things. We're going to show you guys here in the Most High's holy word about Lucifer, aka Jesus, how he tries to imitate the Most High, but he can't duplicate it. Mm-hmm. And we're going to show you how he makes all these promises. Mm-hmm. To all of the Christians, and the Christians, they walk around blabbing and grabbing, talking all this bullshit, and can't possess nothing, can't do anything. But we're going to also, we have to prove ourselves, because we got an asshole that came to the page, my brothers and sisters, and he's going to try to twist my arm. Yeah, he's going to try to twist the high priest's arm to make me tell him something in our book. And he's a Jesus lover. First of all, motherfucker, you ain't got no business back in the Old Testament. You belong in y'all book.
But the crazy thing about it is, some of y'all gotta watch out. A lot of times they believe the high priest, but
yes,
they have questions they want to ask,
right? So and
they don't know how to come to ask him. They believe what he's saying. They know it's the truth. But they figure if they come at him a certain way, he'll answer them.
I ain't gonna answer you shit.
Most High's not stupid. I don't know why they don't think. Why do you think the Most High is stupid? You think you can get around the living God. I don't know why you feel that way, but yet he makes you feel that way, but you can't get around the living God.
And he got all his followers. But yet it's still.
But he wants answers. He can't figure it out, and he figures he gets you to tell him, but Most High only tells us what he wants you to know.
He's surfing the web, trying to find information to go back and tell them. But they ain't gonna come and ask me a question.
It's probably something somebody's asking him, and since he can't answer them, he wants the high priest to, and then maybe the high priest don't have the answer because the Most High hasn't revealed it yet. Everything is revealed within its time.
All you guys that's been following us for any time at all, you guys know I have proved to you guys over and over again, Jesus is not referred to in the Old Testament in no shape, form, or fashion. Doesn't any scriptures in the Old Testament lead to no damn well talking about no damn Jesus?
And the only thing that proves to you that Lucifer is the one spoken of in the New Testament are the scriptures that God gave you in Isaiah. So we know that it is Lucifer. So either Jesus is Lucifer's son, or it's how Lucifer came to deceive the people. But he doesn't say Jesus
at all. Doesn't any scripture in the Old Testament say anything about Jesus?
So you got no basis to believe in or on a Jesus.
Not only that, I show them how inconsistency this motherfucker writing is. Not only that, I even show them, I say, look, you guys have a little nephew around 12, 13 years old. Yeah. I said, if you caught a grown motherfucker with your little 13...
No matter what his title is, no matter who he is, a man.
Nephew or your little cousin out at the park, and your nephew that didn't have any clothes on.
With this man.
What in the fuck would you think?
Why would you even search for one verse? You want one verse to be in the Old Testament. You could take the whole from Genesis to Malachi and say, okay, we'll let you say everything in the Old Testament has nothing to do with Jesus, but there's one verse So you would throw out
fool.
everything God said because you found one verse you can say, well, this has to be about Jesus.
No, it's not. 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 Jesus is not referred to anywhere in the Old Testament. Nowhere. Nowhere. Not that he's coming as a savior. None of that.
Nothing. Not that he's going to be born. Not that he's going to be the Son of God. There is no reference, period, in the Old Testament that tells you that there is a coming son named Jesus.
And you guys know for a fact, I've shown you guys. You guys know, I've told you guys over and over about there's so much life in the book of Isaiah. I mean, it is full of life.
Yeah, it is.
And like we go there, boy, and we stay there, man, for forever. We ain't got to never leave Isaiah. And I guarantee you, Isaiah will only talk about the Most High and his children.
That's all.
Nobody else.
Nobody
else. And then not only that, the Most High tells you that I am thy Savior. Nobody else.
And what is a reference to?
Nobody else.
I don't understand how. Well, then, okay, then if it's a reference to Jesus, then it's a reference to Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make it be
anybody
you want to make it be. So to say that it's a reference to Christ, you can make that be yourself. That's what he did, because he's got all y'all believing anything that doesn't have a title or a name written beside it. It's referencing me.
Yeah.
How can that be? God is not like that. Not any verse you've ever read makes you think God is not sure of what he's saying. He's very sure about what he's saying.
How can one be so gullible to believe such bullshit? I mean, there's a gray area. Okay, there should be a virgin that should have a child. There was all kind of virgins back there in Israel. But if you keep on reading, then you go back and read, you can kind of attach things together, and the Most High will show you who he's talking about. He's talking about King David
all day long.
I mean, it's right in the pages. Then he talks about another one. Then he's talking about Solomon.
Then you jump all the way out of a book into another book called something totally different and want to compare the two and say they're the same.
They have no correlation.
They have no correlation whatsoever.
At all.
He starts out in Malachi with a whole nother group of people. No Hebrew Israelites, no people related to the Hebrew Israelites, nobody concerning the children of Israel in his writings, and you constantly say
and it refers
to Jesus.
He comes here all the time watching our videos. As a matter of fact, he's been following us for quite some time.
Probably day one.
I mean, but yet and still, you don't so-called agree with me, but yet and still you're following
every word we say.
I mean, all the time, and you teaching some of old bullshit.
No, he's not. Don't fall for that, baby. That man believes every word you say, and he just wants an answer to that question, because that's the same question he's been asking
I'm not going to answer
all along.
I'm not going to answer. Shit. Unless the Most High tells me that.
The Most High wants to reveal to his children, you'll find out. But until he wants to reveal to his children, you will never know.
I tell you,
because it's not written to the Gentile, it's not written to the believers in Christ, it's not written to, it's only written to the children of Israel, and they have no problem with it. They accept the word that the Most High God gives them, because we don't run no show. We only are puppets used by the living God.
That's right.
So we puppetize ourselves the way he tells us to, and that's all you're going to get.
Mm-hmm. Now, my brothers and sisters, now we're gonna go around to our teaching here, because I always tell you guys, this Old Testament, this is where we are. This is our life. This is our ancestors. This is where we came from.
This is our book.
This has our DNA written all over it.
Yes, indeed.
And you will never find me in the New Testament unless I'm going over there to disprove it. Other than that, I'm gonna keep my black ass at home.
And let's put it this way: we don't give a fucking shit if it is real. It can be real for some people.
It ain't real to me.
It's just not real for us. It has nothing to do with the Old Testament, the children of Israel, The people of God are God himself. The
Sure
rest
don't.
of it can be real. He can be literally America's real God.
Yeah.
But he has nothing to do with
Nothing to do with
us.
us. Nothing to do with us. And as a matter of fact, he have never done anything for us.
Not a thing. Well, he did bring us over here in a ship.
Yeah, but
that's all he did.
But all these darkies over here.
He brought us over here in the good ship,
thank
Jesus.
you, Jesus. Jesus ain't done a goddamn thing.
Carried you in his bosom.
The Most High,
ship, Jesus.
The Most High done everything for you that happened to you,
and gonna do it
and for you.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus had nothing to do with
nothing to do with it
at all.
Nothing.
Now, like I say, we always prove everything here that we say here at LoudMinimo.org. We prove everything all the time. Now, let's begin. Let's begin with Isaiah 49.
What verse?
46 or 49? Isaiah 46.
Okay, what verse?
Verse 9.
Verse 9.
Let's do 9 and 10, but I want to take my time with 9.
All right. Now, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Remember the former things of old.
Okay. Now, y'all know what Proverbs says for us to teach our children. Huh? Hand it down to them. And once they get it and they have a seed that's coming up, hand it down to them. And then they come along, they hand it down to their seed. See, that's teaching your children diligently the word of the Most High.
So this is an example. Let's give y'all an example. In Helica, where we live at now, they have a system, and it's called a school system. Now, they tell you this is a place where they educate children for society. Well, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But the school system does is it teaches them the Ahelica way.
That's right. What's the civilization?
It teaches them how to love Ahelica, how to love the people of Ahelica.
Right. Thank you.
How to respect the people of Ahelica. Right. It does not teach them or give them an education to start their way. You can get that if you got a few of them that can slip through the cracks and can figure it out. But most of our children, that's why your schools are closed in your areas, because they were allowing Black teachers to teach the children, and they were actually teaching them. But when they found out, wait, this thing is about imputing America into these children. We got to get them out of their neighborhood.
That's right.
Because we got to make sure that our white teachers are giving them what we want them to know.
That's right.
Concerning Ahelica.
Right. And see, like you say, they teach them to love them.
Love them.
But then they also teach you to hate yourself.
That's right.
And hate others that look like
they
you.
Give you only books about them.
That's right.
Only pictures about them. Only stories taught about them.
That's right.
They program your children. So what do your children remember? Everything that they have told
That's
them.
Right. That's right. And see, when you grow up, that's all you know is the bullshit that they have taught you and told you when you was in your adolescent stage coming up. Now we're gonna go ahead and now let's finish reading
this. Okay.
For
I am God.
See that? Now why would he stress this? Like I say all the time, if you want to know something about the Most High and you want to know the truth, I ask you guys, you must go back. You see here, he's telling you here, remember the former things of old. See, you can't find out that the Most High is God and God all by himself unless you go back in the Old Testament. Because the New Testament don't tell you about a combination of God. Me and my Father are one. Or me and my Father and the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
See that? But now, if you want to know the truth, I beg you, I ask you guys, go back and it says the former things of old. For I am God.
Wait. I'm getting a vision.
Okay.
Maybe this will help you. Remember the former things of old. For I am God. anything from this point back,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't hear out of my mouth me say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending my son Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be born of a virgin,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to step back and give everything to him.
Mm-hmm.
And you only call on him and go through him.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's another one other than me.
It ain't there.
If you don't see that,
It ain't
and
there.
all you see is, for I am God. Singular. And I'm going to compound this thing. I ain't going to just tell you I'm God. I'm going to tell you this. And there is no damn body
Ain't nobody else.
End of the Bible.
Ain't nobody else. And see, a lot of them, they look at me, well, how can you talk about, man, fuck Jesus, see, because I know the truth. All you got to do is accept what's on the pages. That's all. Except on the, what's on the pages is to be fact and true, and that I will die believing this right here. Fuck the other bullshit.
Now, you know you can't blaspheme the name of the Holy Ghost. Fuck that motherfucker.
That's right.
Fuck dick sucking son of a bitch. You tell him, come see me. Meet me half the fuck way. I'm coming all the way. Now, if that don't do it for a Jesus, nothing else will.
Shit.
Ain't no fear here. Ain't no fear of Jesus. Ain't no fear of no fucking Holy Ghost.
It's right here on the pages. All you gotta do is accept it. I mean, it's not hard. This is not me talking. This is my old ancestors telling you what the Most High says. I am God, and ain't nobody else.
We done told you. You don't need to be on this channel. Everybody here hates the fuck out of Jesus. Exactly. Ain't a word you could say. That's like you coming to me and saying, Vicky, your mother was not Brenda. I will tell you to eat shit and die.
That's right.
Until I close my eyes on this planet, I know Brenda was my mother.
That's right.
I don't care if you come up and say, well, you would switch that. I don't give a motherfucker. You will never change my mind about who my mother is. You are on a channel where you will never change the minds of the people about who Jesus, the homosexual God who offered salvation to the faggots on this planet, salvation as God.
That's right.
Or his son.
It ain't shit.
We do not believe it.
It ain't shit. But like I've been to you guys, my brothers and sisters, it's right here in the pages. He said, I am God. Meaning all other bullshit, that ain't nothing. I'm the real deal.
And I don't need no help.
And look what he says, and there is none like me. But now Jesus says, when you have seen me, you have seen the Father. It's in there writing. So somebody here, you can clearly see somebody's lying.
And he also makes it clear.
Somebody.
If y'all want Jesus to be your God, you can have him. But he ain't like me.
That's right.
He's not with me. He's not beside me. I don't know him. But if you want him to be your God, let him be your God.
That's right.
But he ain't like me. I am God.
The Most High says that they set up wood in their graven images and pray unto a God that cannot save. Right in the pages.
You got to make your own God.
Right in the pages.
Sculpt out your God.
Right in the pages.
Wear him on your neck. Tattoo him on your body. This is your God.
That you so in love with, that you believe in it. And like we show all the time, the Most High is doing everything. The Most High is running this show.
Yeah.
Don't nothing transpire unless he said, okay, all right, then that can happen or that can't happen. But everything transpires.
And then God don't love us.
I'm doing it.
He doesn't love us. He loves you. Mm-hmm. He's deceiving us. Yeah. But yet you got the truth. Then you should be someplace in your house dancing around, laughing at us, not saying stand as far away as you can from us because we the deceived. Why don't you grow up?
Yeah. And then now that, well, why won't you be obedient to your God? He says in one of his teachers, leave them alone and let them both fall into a ditch.
Leave us the fuck alone.
Let us fall into a ditch. See, will we? I guarantee we won't. Moses said he gonna hold his people up with his right hand.
Got that right.
Right in the pages.
And we ain't worried about a thing.
Right in the pages.
We've been cursing and damning y'all and him for 8.5 years.
And we have had the so-called best to come here and try to shut down two that can't read.
Oh, they're not gonna last. And they're just fly by nights.
And believe me, they fail
on every hand.
Miserably.
On every hand.
They did. We don't have no trouble out of them no more. Every now and again, that asshole that comes talking about he lives in Jerusalem, come talking that bullshit about Jesus, he comes, you know.
And so you got to also understand,
sometimes
some of these people are white people.
Yep.
They can get a picture of any black person. They can put a picture of most of those people are white people, like on our Facebook. Some of them try to slip in. They have a picture of a black person. They think, oh, because we put a picture of a black person, that's going to make them say, oh, I'll accept. That's my people.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We're very meticulous about who we allow. No more of that shit. That when you ask these questions, we know most of the time is somebody who's following us, either FBI, someone in the government, the police. And so they can get a black, they can pull a mug shot up and use that. They can do anything they want and stick a black person's face on it. But they want answers. They ask questions because they want answers that they don't have. They've been following us forever. We can pull up right now on our internet and they'll say, would you like to be on there? Use the FBI vans, free Wi-Fi in my neighborhood out here in the fucking country.
Unbelievable. And they flash their emblem up on our page and we can do a damn thing about it. Sure did.
So they want to know.
They flash the emblem up.
They know they in trouble. They know that what they've been hearing all their lives in their private chambers and their meetings that they have about the coming aliens, as they put it, is true.
But the Most High and His truth have been here from the beginning. They have been here from the beginning. Just like the pillar of the cloud that led our ancestors. Huh? That was the Most High in the ship. But anyway, let's keep on going here.
All right. Declaring, this is to you.
Talking and saying
it, making it clear. This is it. Listen, y'all. I'm going to declare this thing. The end from the beginning.
Okay. Now, if that ain't back far enough, I'm gonna take you back further. Keep on going.
Then and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
Huh?
Come on,
baby.
y'all.
I'm telling you, if you can't see that I'm running the show there, something is wrong with you.
No new thing under the sun. I did this back in ancient times, and you didn't even know I had done it. It ain't been seen yet.
You even came on the scene. I was doing this before you was even thought about being created. Baby, I was doing this.
That's right.
It's right in the page. I ain't making it up. It's right here. He said declaring means saying the end from the beginning. But you know, here in Western civilization, we always say from the beginning
to the end.
To the end. But the Most High, He reverses it and makes you see that whether you go this way or that way, baby, it's me.
Y'all are going to where this thing began at. You're not going to a future. You're going how God already had it planned.
Boy, I tell you.
Nothing new. This is the way it used to be years ago when they started crumbling. We're in the midst of going back. Y'all see all this space age stuff. Y'all see these robots and y'all see these people. They got these now dolls that men are buying and they having them as women and all this. That ain't new. But these were devils that these people had back in probably in Sodom and Gomorrah.
They think that the Wright brothers were the first one that made something that was fly.
That was to teach y'all and y'all in them prison schools.
That couldn't be
lies about cattle.
From the truth.
Cattle ain't never done nothing but dug something up a black person did and copied it.
You go back and you read this Old Testament and you will see things taking flight all the time. I mean, all the time. See, so as Ecclesiastes says, ain't nothing new.
Ain't nothing new.
Ain't nothing new. Sure ain't. Now let's keep on going. Now let's finish up 10.
All right.
The things that are not yet done.
My counsel.
What I say. Say it again.
My counsel.
What I say.
Now listen to this closely. My counsel only means something right here in this verse because a book is coming to change every single word I say.
No, it's not.
It has to say that.
No, it's not.
It has to say it though.
No, it's not.
My counsel
No, it's not.
might, maybe,
That ain't what he's saying.
could.
That ain't what he's saying.
It should.
No.
It shall stand. And I will think about.
No.
Try.
No.
Well, if I get some help.
I.
Let's see if you can hear me. Who will? I am God. And ain't nobody up here with me.
That's right.
I will do whatever Jesus tells me.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Doesn't refer to Jesus.
Can nobody restrain him? Can't nobody restrain him?
He do my pleasure. He does his pleasure.
You see, that's why I tell you guys all the time. One does not understand how fragile they are. I tell you all the time, just because you can go to the bathroom and wipe your own ass, that don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. You can come out of that same bathroom you went in to wipe your ass and sit down and never be able to get up again. Never. I'm talking about somebody would have to pick your ass up. I told you guys, the Most High deals with diseases. Now y'all just think about this right here now. He told our ancestors that I will put none of these diseases on you that I put on the Egyptians.
There's a clause.
All right?
There's a clause.
Now then he turned around and he came back and he said that you disobey me. He says, I will put all of those evil diseases upon you that I put up on the Egyptians. And also some that is not even written in this book.
Didn't get a chance to write.
Now you think about that. Now, just think about the latter part of that statement. In other words, I put some on your ass that you don't know anything about. Huh? I will put something on your ass that don't even have a name.
The scientists say, this is a new disease.
Huh? I mean, can't you guys see that he deals with diseases? I mean, he will do something to you. I say it all the time, but they continually come playing these little games. They do not understand what they're dealing with. He said, my name is terrible. And believe me, he is terrible. But they always complain. Well, I don't like this. Well, damn it, if you don't like it, go to Kings Island or go to Six Flags some motherfucking way. Go to your fucking amusement park or something.
Go to Disneyland.
Go have some fun.
Fairy tale land.
Huh? I mean that. Because you are nothing but an immature child. That's all you are. You're not a man or a woman.
Answers
you are a child.
Because you know God don't talk to you.
And
so you got to come to the priest to get the answers.
You don't have the answers. And you want to come to me and try to twist my arm to make me tell you. And I'm not going to tell you a damn thing. I'm not. No, I'm not. And you go on back and continue lying to those people that you got following you. Lie to them. But sooner or later, they're gonna hear about lying to me no more. And they're gonna dump your ass. That's right.
That's the problem now. Leaving him. He wants to try to say something new to him.
They're gonna dump your ass. I mean, because there is no way on the Most High's green plot of dirt that he's gonna be speaking with you, telling you these things.
He don't do that.
And then you running here and there and here and there trying to find. I mean, apparently he ain't telling you nothing. Or either you're not satisfied with what he's telling you.
Listen, Donald J. Trump is a buffoon. Donald J. Trump is an idiot.
I don't understand myself.
Not one time would you ever find me on Donald Trump's page listening to anything he has to say. And it supposedly concerns the country that I live in. And I don't give a mother's fuck. I would never go to his page.
And the poor people that are sitting up under all these fools, they don't know that these fools are sitting on their ass all day long, running to this website, running to that website, running to this website, getting all this shit, coming back telling you what this person thinks.
I don't have nothing to tell Donald J. Trump, and Donald J. Trump has nothing to tell me.
And then lie on the Most High and say the Most High told him, the Most High ain't told you a damn thing.
So why do you come here? Because you're curious. You know you're hearing the truth, but you refuse to accept it because if you do, you'll lose the few little people that you have.
We can't read fluently like a lot of people, but whatever the Most High shows us and tells us to show the people, that's what we do. I mean, I can't show you anything more. Shit,
I'm smart enough to make nothing up.
I'm not educated, like that. I can read a few words, but I can't read fluently. I can't.
And he don't fix it either.
My mind don't can't be able to break down a lot of the syllables and different things. It doesn't.
But that is a true clue that Hebrews have a problem with that. You got some people that they can get it just like that. They got it. But for Hebrews, a lot of Hebrew Israelites are dyslexic. A lot of Hebrew Israelites struggle with foreign tongue. Well, the priests and the prophets, the prophetess and the priestess, they struggle because it is an abomination for them to even speak these foul languages. He told us that you are destroying yourself by even communicating in this manner. So for us to be able to do the little bit that we do, that's why we're laborers. We work with our hands. We use our mind to figure things out. We don't go by the written script.
Yep.
And that's why they love me on my job. They tell me all the time, you just do things so differently. But I do, because I do things based on how the Father gives me. He gives me an understanding to do things, and I can do it without looking at your written script. Yep. Yeah, I'm one of those idiots that when you send the instructions in the package, I don't use them. I just put it together. That's me. Always have been from a kid.
And it's put together.
And it's always, I make it a little bit better, baby. You know me, I'll tweak a motherfucker to death. I'll make it better than it was when they sent that. They need to come here and see what I did to their product.
Damn. That's a new invention.
All the time.
All right.
The instructions, I don't even know if they be in the box.
Okay. Let's move a little further now. Let's go to Malachi.
Okay.
Malachi the 4th chapter.
You want to hit anything on Matthew first?
No, we're gonna come back to Matthew. Let's go to Malachi first. Malachi 4. 4 and 4.
Gotcha.
Now, my brothers and sisters, now I want you guys to think about this right now. Like I said at the beginning of our introduction, think about the word.
Yes.
Listen to what is coming out of your mouth. See, because I don't want to leave any gray areas. I want you to understand this to the fullness. Okay? And listen, these are the Most High's words. They're not mine. Gravitate towards His word. Now, let's read Malachi 4 and 4 now.
4 and 4.
Now think about this now.
Listen closely. Listen. This is pretty much your title, so that you understand what we're trying to drive home. Remember, you chosen, you ones that I have awakened in this last day. This is for, listen, y'all, if y'all ever wanted to know anything, Malachi 4, if y'all want to know anything about what you need to be doing, see, because everybody thinks there's an act of performance, or there's some laws they can break, because if you keeping the law, you breaking it. There's some laws they can break. You got to do some kind of acting for God. Ain't nothing you can do. But you better do this. You chosen. Listen to me closely. Remember what? You chosen the law of Moses. The law of Moses, my servant. Okay? Which I commanded unto him in Herob for all of Israel, with the statutes and judgment.
No. Y'all guys see that, right? Now, like I said in other teaching, why would he tell the elders of Levi and the priests, the high priest, all of them, why would he tell them to remember the law of Moses? Now, I told you guys how the Most High gave them explicit instruction to hand it down, to hand it down, to hand it down to all of those that was in the tribe of Levi. Hand it down, hand it down, hand it down. So that once they started growing up and they work in the temple, then some would work in the temple, and then some would become priests, that work in there, and then some would become a high priest if they was of Aaron's.
And then also,
and his son.
You got to look at this thing, how God is. Just listen. These are the last words spoken to you, Israel. The very last book written that is holy unto the living God. He did not say, pay attention. Because he couldn't say remember. Check this out. He couldn't say remember because there's nothing to go back beyond these words to remember about anything coming. Mm-hmm. You have to remember something that has already happened. Mm-hmm. That's what remembrance is. You get up and a girl on my job, her husband, she woke up. And then he woke up about 3 or 4 minutes later and he jumped out of the bed because he did not know who she was. Mm-hmm. They fought. He was trying to kill her because he did not know who he was, who she was, and they were fighting in their home they had lived in for 40 some odd years. Mm-hmm. He didn't recognize anything or anyone, and she finally could get to a telephone and call her son and have him come over to kind of subdue the dad till they could get him to a hospital. But listen, this is what remembering is. It has to be something that's already done, not something that is coming. So he says, remember ye who? Moses.
Yeah.
Still that one man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now you had all these billions of people born.
All of them.
All the way since Moses been in the ground. Or wherever Moses is at. We don't know where Moses is. But ever since Moses walked off the scene, several billion people. Prophets have come and priests have come.
Came behind him.
God said, look, I deals with one man.
Mm-hmm. Now y'all think about that.
Oh, y'all.
For all these years. All these thousands and thousands of
billions and billions, you could say. Millions and millions and trillions of folks
going back to
have come on the scene.
Going back to my uncle. Now I'm going to show you now in the Most High's holy word how Jesus disrespect my uncle. That's why I talk about his faggot ass. He ain't shit. Jesus ain't shit. His mama ain't shit. The Holy Ghost that he talk about ain't shit. Ain't not Joseph, James, none of Paul, Peter, none of them motherfuckers. None of them, and none of them were 2 dead flies and a cup of sour buttermilk. I mean that.
Thank you.
But now I'm going to show you guys here in their word and in the Most High's holy word how he disrespect what the Most High gave Moses, and that was the 2 tablets.
Thank you. Oh, and you love. This is what kills me. The Most High God gives his word and breaks it down clearly to you. But you love all these people follow and lie to me no more so much that you stop deceiving these people. Yeah. Who the fuck do you think you are? Where do you have to take these people? Yeah. What can you love them more than the living God himself? Yet all these years, these people were deceived by Lucifer, and you never stood up and said a word. Talking about all these people you care about so much that are being deceived.
Well, they know for a fact we ain't deceiving nobody.
They ain't worried about it.
Because it's right in the pages. I mean,
they're not gonna give you none of their money, so you can stop acting like you care about them. Yeah. You can't care about nobody more than God does.
All you want is to put your hands in their pockets.
That's all you want.
Now, watch it, my brother and sister. Now, let's go to Malachi 5. Not Malachi 5, Matthew 5. Matthew 5.
Okay.
Now, let's read verses 21.
Let me get down here.
Then we're going to jump down to 27. And then we're going to jump on down to
You want just 21?
No, we're going to read 21, then we're going to jump down to 27, then we're going to jump down to 38. Okay? We're going to just read just those 3 scriptures.
Ye have heard that it was said of them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
Read on down, number 22 too.
But I say unto you, screw that shit.
Yep.
That whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause.
Okay, all right. Now for time's sake, you know, I just want to bring out that. See, because he's changing the whole thing because he says, but. When you use the word but, you change everything that was up here. Okay? But now we're going to jump on down to verse 20. This is 27. Let's jump down to 27. Okay.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Okay, read 28.
But I say unto you.
Okay, stop it there. See, we don't need to go any further. See, because what I want to point out to you is that fuck what they said back there. It's what I'm saying now. Okay?
Because I'm gonna say this. You listen now. I'm gonna say this right quick so that y'all can learn a little something about how he twists the living word. God never killed a living soul because they had sex.
Never.
I don't care if they had sex with their brother, wife, their cousin's wife. They went out and had sex with themselves. God never killed a living soul because he had sex or she had sex.
Now, God did kill one that he told to go into his brother's.
Well, that one, but that was what he told you to do.
Right, he told
that was God. We're talking about what this man is implying.
So don't get it twisted.
Don't get that one. Listen, y'all. He is saying that if a person commits adultery, he's using adultery in the sense of fornication, sex. God had them in jeopardy of danger for death because they committed adultery against him. So Lucifer is changing what God said to give you a theoretical thinking that the Holy Word is talking about you and sex. It's talking about the priest of the living God going out and worshiping a cock-fuck, dick-sucking, lying bastard like Jesus. We all committed adultery.
But now when it comes down to going out as far as the act, see what I'm saying? Now, he's saying here that if you look on a woman,
making you gay
and desire her,
making you gay,
you have committed it already.
What you gonna look on, man?
I mean, honestly, how does a man get himself a woman? I mean, as far as a wife or a girlfriend. How? I mean, there's nothing wrong with
a man. Damn near has a sexual desire every 5 minutes.
A woman and a man.
What's he going to do with all these human beings in this world? How could a Christian abide by this fucking scripture? He said, "Look upon a woman to lust after her." God created your system to function that way, to create him people.
That's right. And see, nobody on this plot of dirt had not ever looked at the opposite sex and they wanted to be with them. Nobody. I mean, that's just a part of your makeup. You can't say, well, I'm gonna block that.
But you don't have a sin if you look at upon a man in lust. Why does not this say? Ye have heard of old time that thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, whosoever looketh upon a man that's a man and lusteth after him committed adultery.
It ain't that. You say a woman.
Or a woman upon a woman. But he gonna tell them, if you look at a woman and lust, You ain't nothing to me.
Yep.
We're gay.
Mhm.
We don't do that kind of thing.
Yep.
That's exactly what he's
That's what
saying.
he's saying.
But you never knew it before, because no one on this planet can perform this act that he just said.
None of them. Now we're gonna go a little further here. Now let's go down to verse 38. Yes, yeah. Let's do 38. Mm-hmm.
Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You're goddamn straight, because that's
the way it was.
Balance.
That's the way it was back in our day. Now
but I say unto you.
Stop right there. Stop right there. See, we don't have to read any further. But I say, see, because I am changing what God wrote on the tablet with his finger.
Okay.
And gave to Moses.
Okay.
Y'all see that?
All right. Listen. We told y'all the most important thing that y'all to remember is Malachi 4, because he said so. Remember ye the law of Moses. Okay. So if you got something new, and if somebody come along and tell you something differently than what I gave the law of Moses, don't you go by it. Don't you have nothing to do with it, because that ain't remembered in my word.
That's right.
I never wrote that. I never said that. You remember what I told Moses. And damn straight, he meant exactly what he said. If you serve another God other than me, your life could be put in the judgment. No. And I could bring justice against your ass.
None to prove to you guys, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that just because he didn't call my uncle's name and the priest's name, that he was talking about them, I'm going to show it to you in Most High's holy word. Let's go to Deuteronomy.
Okay, where you want to start?
Chapter 5. Let's begin with verse 1.
Okay. And Moses called all Israel. And said unto them.
Okay.
Hear, oh, everybody on the face of the earth. Okay. Oh, Israel. The statutes and judgments.
See that? Now we know who handled the statutes and judgment. Levi.
Oh, Israel.
Levi, the priest. See that? Not the lie, not Dan, not Simeon, not any of them, Zebulun, not any of the rest of them. Only the tribe of Levi. Right in the pages. But you gotta know who the children of Israel is.
Yes, indeed.
Now keep on.
The statutes and judgments which I spake in everybody on the planet's ears.
No, he didn't.
He had to.
No, he didn't.
Which I spake in your ears this day. That ye may learn them and keep them and do them. Now stop right there.
Talking to the priest now. Talking to the priest.
Stop.
Keep on.
He says that you may, first of all, you got to learn them.
That's right.
Then you have to keep them. Then when God tells you what to do about it, you got to do it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Because y'all the police over God's people.
That's right.
The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Hira.
Okay, let me go back to Malachi. Malachi 4:4. Listen to it. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I command unto him in Hira for all of Levi.
You chose
it's right in the pages.
You chose
with the statutes and judgments. Right in the pages.
We got folks out here talking about law keepers. You won't keep God's law, motherfucker.
He's talking about.
Gee, you's a goddamn
He's talking about
lie.
The chosen one. The only one that is of the priesthood. Not everybody. Not everybody.
And for the high priest and his priestess. We don't keep the law of God. But not in our homeland.
Sure
we learn about it. We read about it. We know what we're supposed to do when that day comes.
And do the best we can.
Even then, he said, I got to put it in them stupid fuckers' heart. Because they'll be them turn around and done the same shit over again.
Okay. Now, let's keep on going. Let's go to
Doing 3.
Yeah, let's read on down. We can read all the way down to verse 20.
The Lord made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us.
See that? See that?
Even us, whom are all of us here alive
this day.
Bam. Took care of that.
The priest
took care of that.
The priest. Keep on.
The Lord talked with you face to face.
Moses, my uncle.
In the mount, out of the midst of the fire. I stood between the Lord and you at that time. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Him and all the other ones that was on the internet stood there. They was all the ones that's on YouTube was standing there with Moses because God needs 75 billion people. He said, I stood between you and God. And that's how Lucifer did. Lucifer tried to put himself in Moses' shoes, Abraham's shoes, and put himself in front of God.
That's right. Keep on.
He says, I stood between the Lord and you at that time to show you the word of the Lord. For ye were afraid by reason of the fire and went not up into the mount, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
See that? Ain't no gathering together, ain't no doing shit. The only way we gonna come out of this damn bondage, this hellhole, is when Elijah shows up.
Thank you.
Other than that, you better put your neck in the yoke and live. Keep on.
Thou shalt have no other God before me, unless Jesus comes. And if Jesus don't come, you can't have nobody else. But if Jesus comes,
now why can't them Jesus freaks understand this?
Here's y'all's law.
Why can't you Jesus freaks understand that?
Did away. Oh, we did away with that. We had power. We did away with that.
That's why we say what we say about Jesus. Because right opinion, why would you be afraid to say anything about Jesus? Or not only Jesus, any other motherfucking God, Buddha, all the motherfuckers, they ain't shit either. None of them. The Most High, He is God.
And let me tell you something.
Shit.
Only you. If they want to start a new religion, is what they call it, a new God, they can start one anytime they want.
That's right.
It's y'all.
But you can't start one.
Okay.
You got a God.
So that's why they so wrapped up in Jesus, because they have made him their God. But you can't convince nobody else to make him their God.
Hell no. And just like I said, I will never go back.
Israel will never have him again for their God.
Not me. I know the truth. I know the truth. And can't no motherfucker change my mind.
Not a little. Like I said, if we are wrong, we twos is gonna be wrong together. If we got to burn for, baby, let us burn. We will never, ever accept a word out of the living.
That's right.
Other than the living word of God. Anything out of the New Testament can go to hell.
That's bullshit. See, because my brothers and sisters, you guys know I always tell you guys at the introduction, listen to yourself. Read along. Think about what you're reading.
Do this on your own.
I mean, honestly,
we don't make you do anything.
I mean, I don't try to twist anybody's arm and say, well, you gonna get this. No. I tell you to read it.
If you Hebrew, you'll get it. We make that clear. We can't make nobody get it. Only Israel will get it. And see, so that's how we know this gentleman is not of Israel.
This here is self-explanatory. Thou shalt have none other God, small God, before me. I mean, so one can clearly see, to us, ain't nobody else but him. Not to somebody else, y'all can do what y'all want to do.
Yeah, all the gods you
want. But to us, ain't nobody else. Ain't nobody else. So a motherfucker Can't give me Jesus. You can't give me Buddha. You can't give me Allah. You can't give me Shaman. You can't give me Shiva. None of that bullshit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Ain't nobody but the Most High. Shit. Now let's keep on.
Thou shalt not make any crosses.
That's right.
Statutes of a naked man with a diaper on. Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven. So somebody went above. Or that is in the earth beneath, because somebody went with no Jonah went. Or that is in the waters beneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am sharing my throne.
No, you ain't. No, he ain't.
Don't give my throne. Then.
No, he ain't. No,
let
he ain't.
people come here and snatch stuff out of my hand. Am jealous.
Okay. Now let's jump on down to verse 15. For time's sake, we're gonna get on down because I want to repeat some of the same words that he said over there in Matthew 5.
And remember that thou wast a servant in the land of Egypt, and that the Lord thy God brought thee out thence through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore, the Lord thy God commanded thee to keep the Sabbath day.
Okay.
Honor thy father and thy mother, as the Lord thy God hath commanded thee, that thy days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Okay. Do this in the land. Because some of y'all got some parents y'all can't do too much with. That's out of the land. Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, now remember now he said, you have heard of them of old, thou shalt not kill. All kind of bullshit, right? Now these are the words that the Most High written with his own finger on the tablets. Keep on.
Neither shalt thou commit adultery.
Keep on.
Neither shalt thou steal. Neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Okay, now all of these are what the Most High written with his own finger on the two tablets
that stand for eternity.
Now, Jesus over here in his writings against all of these that the Most High says thou shalt not do, he come back and say, but I say.
And he called God them of old.
Y'all can't see that he disrespecting the Most High. He called himself shutting down everything that the Most High gave my uncle. It's right in the pages. I mean, one has to see this. Everything that the Most High wrote down, Jesus said, but I say. I know they said that back there, them of old. But I say.
Now, anybody could do that. I mean, in this day and age with technology the way it is, you write your own testament. You go ahead and write you some stuff up and say you say it. I mean, you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
But the thing about it, honey, is those TV evangelists, they rewrite their own Bible.
You write your one.
They doing it. Now let's do Deuteronomy chapter 6. Okay. Now, my brothers and sisters, now think about this right here now. Think about this. And this will show you that the Most High, he have set apart one particular people. Start with verse 1.
Now these are the commandments, and the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land, whether ye go to possess it.
All right. Now, y'all guys see now. See, this here is what I was trying to show them. Them dumb fuckers from over there on the East Coast. I'm gonna put it just like that because those are the ones that came to the page. Talking about where's your beard? Why is your head bald? All kind of stupid ass bullshit.
Why isn't her head covered?
I mean,
goddamn, I don't have to have no more hair. I got a strand all over the whole.
Clearly,
billions of strands here.
Clearly, dumbass. One can read, but apparently They can read fluently, but they don't have any understanding. Clearly, it says here that ye might do them in the land, whether ye go to possess it. Okay.
Where he sent them to possess the land he promised Abraham.
I asked them on numerous occasions, where in the fuck are we? Where are we? That's my question. I ask them all the time. I say, okay, y'all worried about me not having a motherfucking beard. Where are we? Are we in our own homeland, or are we in bondage?
God come every time he visit, and not once has he told him, nigga, you need to grow a beard. You got to have a beard.
The Most High never told me anything about the motherfucking beard.
What do you mean your hair? When I didn't know you didn't have a beard, and I showed up here at your house. How dare you? How stupid do you sound when you can't even determine or decipher the word, but yet he brings you the word from the living God in the state that he is in? How stupid are you to come and say, where is your beard? Why isn't her head covered?
And my brothers and sisters, now, anyone that has been around any time at all, you see people that walking around here that you know that are not our people. And they got beards.
Thank you.
Does that beard make them Hebrew? It's all about your bloodline. If you don't have that damn blood in you, then
it's a shocker.
You ain't none of his.
Do you know that most of the men in the other tribes did not have beards? You'll be blown away to find that out. They didn't have them.
But only Levi. Levi here, he's strictly telling them, don't round the corners of your head. Don't do your beard when you get over in this land.
Now, explain this. Listen. Why would God, if this was something that they did and normally had, they were shaving off everything because they lived in Egypt.
Yeah.
Even the pharaohs and them shaved all their stuff and had a little plot maybe right there, and they were clean shaven and focused. All the people did that.
And Joseph had all of his hair cut off too.
Yeah, they didn't wear beards and all that. So that's what Israel did.
Did that change his bloodline?
And so all the other 11 tribes. But when they got into their homeland, the father said, now don't y'all go to no barbershop and let them square you all off and shave you all up. Y'all. The rest of them fuckers, I don't give a shit what they do.
That's right.
They can dip themselves in some nair as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
But I'm talking to y'all. And if you're going to work in my temple, or if you're going to be with my king, grow a motherfucking beard.
That's right.
This made you different.
That's right.
From the other ones who was doing all the shaving. We knew who this person was. So if this person that came through your town, you automatically knew, oh, well, he's dealing with the king. He's somebody. Because I know all of the other brothers don't look like that. Right. But I know he got a job working with the king. Right. So they see his hair all over his head and his beard. But y'all are so ignorant in the living word. Yep. You're stupid. Yep. I see all the mixed and the mingles. Now they grow if you live up north. They growing beards and got hair sticking all over their head. Looking crazy. Got white women hair. But anyway, this is so stupid.
That doesn't mean that you're Hebrew.
Because you have no understanding of the living word.
Anybody can grow a beard.
When they would go, just like when you learn, when Dan wanted a priest, they recognized their priest because he had bushy hair all over his head with a beard. He had a look about himself that none of them had. And they knew that was a priest of the Most High.
They knew it.
But that was in another land.
That's right. Not this one.
Not this one. You are in captivity. You are in bondage. That's why you look like you belong in Ringling Barnum Bailey's circus when you stand around with fringe on your fucking clothes.
And the thing about it is, all the shit over here been tainted.
And it's nothing. You can't go to the enemy's store and buy shit to use for God. You cannot go and get whatever grew in the homeland. They had specific things that they use. Do you know you could not get anything from an animal that had been bruised or blemished in any kind of way? So if you're using wool, you don't have a goddamn clue
where it came from.
That animal had when that wool came off.
Where it came from. But
you
yet
making fringes.
You doing all this
You're
bullshit.
making stuff. You're doing stuff. Every goddamn thing they used was holy, separated, never touched by cattle.
Everything over here is combination. Everything. I mean, everything is all mixed up.
I wear Hebrew clothing. What the hell are you talking about?
They don't know. They just talking.
Can't help. You can't help the ignorant. The ignorant, God to tell you, he got to look out for them, because the ignorant will just, they kind of drive right off a cliff.
Mm-hmm. Keep on.
Okay. Let us stop that. Lord help us. Well, 2.
Yeah, I believe you stopped it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now let's start with 2.
That thou madest fear the Lord thy God. Nobody over here in a helica fears God for nothing.
That's right.
To keep all his statutes and his commandments. Where my priests do they do that? In their land.
Not here.
You can't do that here.
Not
like
here.
I told you again. All these people talking about they keep the law of God. That's why the police laugh at y'all and shoot you right in your fucking head on camera, because you're the dumbest fucks known to mankind.
See, when you in somebody else's land, you got to do like they say do. And yes,
they keep the law.
Yes.
God has the hellhounds keeping the law, not you.
I would like to be off on Saturdays and Fridays and Saturdays, but my job permits me not. So I got to have a job here in Egypt. So guess what? I got to work on the Sabbath. I don't want to, but the job that I have requires me to work on the Sabbath. Now, if I tell them, well, I ain't working, they say, well, okay, well, we'll find somebody who will work.
Who will. To get you a job where they don't let you work on
the Sabbath. I mean, it's just simple as I mean, why they come and say all kind of stupid ass shit, I have no reason. I know well, yes, I do. They're uneducated. They don't know the scriptures, but they always want to run and tell somebody something and don't know anything.
Man.
Don't know anything. I mean, just be running their mouth, talking about this and talking about that, and be way out of left field. Don't know a damn thing. But anyways, let's keep on going.
Which I command thee, thou and thy son, nobody else, and thy son's son, keep it all in the family. Don't get your cousin, don't get your uncle, don't get your aunties, don't get nobody but your sons of your sons. When they birth one, that's a son. They birth one, tell it to the son.
Now, remember what the Most High says now over in Numbers. He tells Aaron that that you and your sons with an S shall minister unto me in the priest's office.
That's right.
For how long? Forever.
Forever.
Right in the pages. I ain't making this up. So you can see right here who he's talking to. He's not talking to everybody. In case y'all don't understand forever,
the next verse. When you tell your son and they tell their son and then they tell their son, all the days until Jesus comes.
No.
Of your life. It will not stop.
Will not stop.
It has not stopped.
That's right. And see, just like myself, I didn't know who I was until they came and told me who I was. I knew I was different. I knew something just wasn't right. I mean, for things to add up, they didn't add up. But now with the knowledge that I know now, everything adds up. I understand now. But see, all before a motherfucker can tell you anything because you had nothing to compare it to. But now,
you didn't have the understanding that you
had
today.
I got understanding and I got wisdom and I got knowledge. I know why it's happening. I know why it happened. I know what things were what the way they were when I was growing up. It's like I told you guys about when I was very young age, maybe 5, 6, someone on the 7. I would wake up and tell, call my father and tell him somebody's in this house. Some of y'all remember the story. And he would get up and turn the light on. All the rest of my brothers, boy, they sleeping, boy, just as good. And then I'm looking to be, because we had to share the bed because there was 4 boys and four girls. And we had a little small house. But anyway, I look at my brother, man, he over there sleeping, man, just as good. And here I am. Shit, I can't go sleep because I know somebody's in his house. Daddy, get up and get. We didn't have the flip switch. We had a string on the light. So we pull the light. You know, boy, ain't nobody in here. Lay your ass down and go to sleep. Put the light back off, lay down. As soon as you go back, right back again. Daddy, somebody's in his house. The light comes on, come here. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
There's somebody here, your daddy, and I'm gonna beat your ass because I'm tired of getting up out this bed.
I told you I gotta go to work in the morning. I'm whoop your ass and you going to sleep. I would get a whooping and I still would go to sleep. But I wouldn't call him no more. Even though I know somebody's in the house. But anyway, they would come and visit me on many occasions. The same way the Most High called Samuel. When Samuel was there in the temple with Eli, he called him on 3 different occasions. You know, during the same time. Samuel got to be like, you call me? No, I ain't calling you. Go live back down. That was kind of how it was. But anyway, the Most High had been dealing with me at a very, very early age, and I did not understand. I did not know what I know now. But looking back at it now, I understand. And it makes life a lot easier now to kind of handle the stress and the strange anomalies that happen in my life. You know, but anyways, let's keep on going.
Okay. Here, therefore, no, wait a minute. Let me make sure that I clarified this for y'all. The reason why you have to do this all your life. And that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with all the people that decide to choose to do it.
No. It is talking about the priest.
And that ye may increase mightily. As the Lord God of thy fathers hath promised the world. He so loves
thee.
Okay. In the what?
The land.
In Egypt.
The land.
It is America.
That's flowing with milk and honey. The land that I promised your fathers. That I was going to give to you. That's what you do in that land. But you can't do it while you're in captivity.
God, well, we keep telling you.
You can't.
Listen. Y'all think, a whole bunch of y'all think y'all Hebrew, or either think you of Levi, or think you of Judah, or whatever. In the old Egypt, they knew who they were.
Yes.
And God knew who they were. And they couldn't give him a damn thing.
So couldn't.
God went to the head and told them, let my people come out of your piltry, filthy, fucking, nasty, unclean, unpure hellhole land, that they may worship me. They couldn't even say, praise you, Father. Get out of that land and then say praise. Don't you dare try to convince us here you do anything for God in hell, because you can't.
You can't. We here, we do the best we can because now we are finally understanding and learning about who we are.
And we fear him. That's why we don't tell y'all to do all this. You go, girl, you better praise God. Girl, boy, you better get out there and do. You can't do nothing for him in this filthy land, but be thankful he's keeping your ass alive till Elijah comes.
That's right.
Remember what he told Moses.
I remember the times when I was in Christianity. I didn't understand it. Who I was, what I was, but I was a Christian. And I remember praying to God. And he answered my prayer. Not one time, On many occasions, and you guys have been with us for any time. I told you about the time that I had the flu. I had the flu real bad one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had it for like 7 days, and I trusted the Most High. I kept on going back to God and telling me, look, the last day I came to him, I said, look, I can't go no further. You got to help me. You got to deliver me now. You got to heal my body.
And it's proof that God orchestrates and does everything.
He
Because
does.
listen, y'all, we were what you called super Christians.
Yes.
We were the authority that you see us express now with the word of the living God, because he's given that to us. He gave us that to use in Christianity.
Yep.
We were the worst Christians on the planet.
That's right.
Because we thought we was doing it by the letter.
That's right.
So when he got almost deathly ill, God tweaked the program, and he never said Jesus' name during his sickness.
Never.
And that was so odd. It was really odd, because our main thing was everything was,
in the name
Jesus,
of Jesus,
you got to heal us in the name of Jesus. Oh, he always would just say God. And I found it strange, but I never commented.
I remember so distinctly. We had double doors on our closet.
Big old glass doors.
That was glass mirrors. You know, they slid side to side. You know, I had came upstairs, you know, put my clothes off, and I got in the bed. I run the fever. I was real sick. You know, I told the Most High that you got to.
He said, God, you got to heal me.
You got to heal me now. I can't go no further. I got in the bed and
never said Jesus.
Pull the cover up to right here, and then all of a sudden something came out from behind those mirrors. Couldn't see it, but I could sense it. All you guys know, we all have a sense that someone, they call it a sixth sense. Someone can be walking up behind us, and we can sense somebody walking up behind us, and you turn around, and there they are. I could sense it, but I couldn't see it. Came back in the room, and it was like something got up out of me. Yeah. And I called her. She was pregnant with my daughter.
I'm trying to get up the steps, trying to see what the heck is going on up in that room.
When she got upstairs, I told her, I didn't say the Most High.
You said God.
I said God. God done heal my body right now.
Sure did.
And it was just like I never was sick. Never was. I went back to work the next day, came into the plant, and they all looked at me. Man, we thought you was definitely ill yesterday. Your eye was red as fire yesterday, and you had a nasty cough. And look at you now. I said, God healed me last night.
Yeah, never said Jesus for some reason.
And as a matter of fact, that year, 9 people in this state that I live had died from it. 9. But anyway, let's keep on.
Okay. In your land that floweth with milk and honey.
Yeah.
Hear, O Israel. The Lord your God is a bunch of gods. 3. It's got to be 3. 3 gods. He's one. Lord.
Yeah.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine all your heart. With all your heart.
See now, how can he be one God and Jesus and then the Holy Ghost? All this other extra bullshit. You know, you can't try to compare yourself with God, talking about, well, yes, I got a body, a soul, and a mind, all that bullshit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. God says, ain't nobody but me. And that's the end of the program. I don't give a fuck what somebody else says. I'm taking what the Most High says. Damn the other bullshit. See, because I've been on both sides of the fucking track, and I know the other side of the track with Jesus. They ain't never bullshit. That shit don't work. That shit don't work at all. And I don't give a fuck whether somebody says it works. That's up to them. But they are lying.
Stay with it, baby. Stay with it. If it's true to you and it works for you, stay with it. But keep your motherfucking ass off this channel.
That's right. Okay, let's go.
All right. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart
Mm-hmm.
and with all thy soul.
See that? To love the Lord thy God with all, not another motherfucker. Either not him and somebody else. Thy God.
And not some of it, not partial. All your heart, everything up in here, with all soul that he has made you to be, and with all your might, with every ounce of strength that you got.
That's right.
And these words, which I command thee this day, shall be in thy mind.
See that? Right there.
Your
right
heart.
there. Right there. Right there. Now, check this out right here. Now, see, because this here is exactly what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
This here is exactly what I'm doing now. That's why we are so diligent here at loudandmeaningful.org, because we stick to the scriptures. Even though we're in Egypt, this is an awakening time.
Yes, it is.
That's why when we first started, we told in pretty much all our videos, we're not for everybody. We're not. And we really didn't understand it back there.
No, we
understand it more now.
Even when we were back there, we thought we were for all 12 tribes.
Yeah.
Now, when we said we're not for everybody, we were meaning anybody that's not of all the 12 tribes. Then God kept breaking this thing down to us. I didn't send you to them. And we couldn't understand what you mean. Everybody's Israel. He didn't send you to them. I sent you to the house of Israel.
That's
Israel's
right.
Levi.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
This is how the Most High is. He gives you stuff in increments. Mm-hmm. He give you a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. That's why I tell you guys, if he hadn't given me anything, I ain't coming. I ain't coming.
We have messed the whole thing up trying to do it ourselves.
A lot of you guys may get mad, but we ain't got to mess. Don't get mad. Just say the Most High, He's not giving us anything.
Just like our sister said last week. Yay, the Most High sent us a word. That's how you should be. Be happy when he sends you one. Be happy if he don't send you one. He got too much word out here for you not to have one. You can go all the way back 8.5 years and find you anything you want to know right here on Lie to Me No More.
We have video after video after video after video. I mean, of strong, solid.
It blows our mind.
Solid teaching. And like she and I both go back and we watch our own stuff sometimes. And we like, damn. Did we just say that?
Did I say that?
I mean, honestly, it behooves us because you're not used to seeing yourself and you're saying, that came out of my mouth. Okay. Wow, where did that come from?
Maybe the Most High taking over. He put his spirit in you. He had to put his spirit in you in order to use you. He gave the others Moses' spirit so he could use them. Okay. They had spirits of their own, but God didn't use them. He used Moses.
Okay, let's read verse 7.
And thou shalt teach them one time. And after that, it'll all be new. It'll all be about somebody else. Just do it that one time.
I'm hoping you guys getting this. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. But see, but I always share this with you guys. Tell you guys, look in the pages. It's right there. Look in the pages. Read it and think about it. Think about it. Like I said, isn't any of them out there saying what we say when we say the Most High sends one person?
I ain't seen one yet call themselves the high priest over the whole house of Israel.
He sends one person.
They might, but we haven't seen it yet.
And you guys know, like I said earlier, I'm not educated. Neither is the real.
Sure ain't.
I mean, you got people that are shysters, that are con artists, that the Most High have made like that.
Yes, indeed. They're good at it.
They didn't make themselves like that. The Most High made them like that. That's why they're good at it.
Good at it.
See, but the same way he made us. He made us dummies, but he put his spirit in us and make us excel.
Y'all know we crazy and dummies because y'all, those who follow us on Facebook know.
We have a little fun, you know what I mean? But we get right back to the serious.
When it comes to the Most High, we
to
dead
the serious
serious
matter.
though.
That's right. Because of the love that we have for the Most High's people.
That's right.
As I stated before, and also the real, we know what it feels like to not have true love.
Thank you, Father.
And to be loved. And see, when we found, well, not found you guys, but like when the Most High brought us together, we share love because see, like I said, I and the real have so much love that we want to share with our people. We do so much love. I mean, but I have shared love with others that have trodden up on the foot. Shoot. Taking the love. Didn't want it. Taking the love that the Most High was giving them and stepped on it. I don't want that. So, but now there are many of you guys that just love the love that we share.
But just like the Most High had shared with me here the other day, I was at work. I was trying to explain how did I do some of the things I did when I was younger and this, that, and the other. And how he kind of explained it in a way where it made so much sense to me. He says, well, Vicky, I programmed you to be this way back then because in those years, I needed you to do X, da, da, da. Then about 5 years after that, I changed you again so that you could do X, da, 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 da. Yeah. Every 5 years, I would come and I'd make you a different person. Yes. Until I got you to be the person that you are today. And that's the way he works. He just like our King David. David was nothing but the brunt of the family. Just he wasn't farmhand. He wasn't considered shit. But as time went on, the Most High chose him. He had chosen him long before he was even born. Now, but think about this. Everybody that knew David as a farmhand, all the people, little shepherd boy that knew him as a farmhand. 20 years after that, those people that knew him as a farmhand didn't know him as a king. No, they didn't. So what we're trying to get to you to understand is everybody that knew LD, what they call you? Yeah, all kind of stupid. Called him the stupid one. They didn't know that 30 years from now, they wouldn't know him. Right, and they don't. They don't know him. He is not who he was. They don't. When you thought he was stupid. You know what? That's like when a person goes to the top, and then the Most High takes the person to the top. You know, the negative ones that are jealous, you know, they say, I knew that old boy when I knew that nigga, he ain't nothing. When he was this God changes you every 5 years. He tweaks your program and changes you into something different. And see, the Most High told Abraham these words. Go and read chapter 12 of Genesis. He told him, he said, Abraham said, I'm gonna make you great. But see, but if you look at it, the writing closely, he says, I'm gonna make your name great. Huh? No, we don't know what Abraham's last name was or whether he had a combinational name or not. Everybody knows Abraham. Everybody sure knows Abraham, huh? See that? Even those that ain't got nothing to do with Abraham, they know about Abraham. Everybody knows Abraham. God do it. God do it. But my brother and sister, we're gonna close out there tonight. We got so much more. We got so much more that we want to talk with you guys about. We want to share with you guys, and we're gonna come back again next week. You know, hopefully the Most High give us some on our side. You know, but he wants y'all to remember now. Remember. Read Malachi 4. And 4. Last words God ever spoke and had written down in this book. He took you back to the beginning. Moses. The Exodus. He's talking, he singles out one family. Y'all remember. You see, that's why I feel so comfortable. Even though I can't pronounce words. You know, all these big words and stuff. I like saying them different, though. I feel so comfortable in this Old Testament. Words. And I mean that with all sincerity. I feel so comfortable. It's like
I get a joy. I get excited when I'm reading the Old Testament.
Yes, indeed. And you can feel it.
And like I said, I can't even understand a lot of the words. I mean, pronounce the words, but it all makes sense to me when I finish reading it. Now y'all figure that out. I'm serious. I have to take my phone and Google it and try to figure out
how you pronounce this.
How you pronounce it? I have to spell it.
But we've also found out too. We've also found out too that just because we read a word, our teachings in hell has given us definitions for words that do not apply to the words that we're reading.
Exactly.
So I don't necessarily care about getting the words right, because the Most Holy has to give me the meaning that He wants for the whole entire sentence or paragraph. So each individual word is not where it's all about.
Right.
Because they have taken a lot of the words, and when you read something like you read, like we talked about pale, and like just the other day on my job, here comes the girl in the back saying her son, oh, he woke up, he was so pale. I said, oh, he had a sad face. And she looked at me as if to say, well, no, he was just pale. He was white. That's not pale. She goes, oh, go on, Vic, I don't even want to talk to you. But see, this is the whole reason I try to explain y'all. In hell, you have a lot of meanings of word things that are not so.
Exactly.
So when you read, you have to read, and then God gives an understanding. That's how, go ahead. But that's how we know God's talking. When God's talking, you get that understanding. You don't have no doubt, no question,
There are so many times when you could be reading something and then you can't pronounce that word, but like I say, I'm going and that word will come to be insignificant. Because He will give you the whole logistics of what He's talking about. Anything about it, it'll be nothing like the natural way that you would read it.
Right.
It'll be totally something different.
Right. Like by.
Yeah.
Everybody thought by meant that like I have a child by this person.
Yep.
You don't have a child by this person unless you actually took your child and plopped them down beside someone. You cannot have a child by someone.
Right.
Unless, like I said, maybe I go to the school and I'm standing by people's children. That's not so. But in America, they teach you that you say things like that. We'll say, well, I got a child by so-and-so, or that's my baby mama, I got a child by her. No, you don't have a child by her. Well, you could if she's got the baby out of her womb and is standing beside her.
Your lady. Right. But anyway, my brothers and sisters, we're going to close out, our Sabbath, and we hope the Most High, will give us a word for next Sabbath, for our next Sabbath. To my brothers and sisters, until next time.
Love y'all, family.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Bye-bye.